Welcome to Pillager High School. We're getting you set for quite a Friday night matchup here in boys baseball with the Pillager Huskies hosting the visiting Sebeka Trojans. Should be an absolute gem of a game here on yourliveevent.com. Frank the Tank Parkinson alongside with you here today. It's a beautiful day. Blue skies. We're sitting in the 60s, which frankly feels like the 80s after the last week that we've had, and it is just the perfect day for baseball. Coming up on the pregame show, we'll take a look at how these two teams measure up against one another. I sat down and had a quick conversation with the head coach of the Sebeka Trojans as well as the head coach of the Pillager Huskies. I'll also get you the starting lineups ahead of the first pitch, which tonight's first pitch is brought to you by First Western Bank. With First Western Bank, we're not just here for you, we are you, with locations in Baxter, Nisswa, and Cross Lake. You're listening to Sebeka versus Pillager on yourliveevent.com.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
More big news from Wides Major Appliance in Brainerd. Wides announces a new line to offer you. Now, stop in to see the incredible line of appliances from Speed Queen. Speed Queens are tested to last 25 years, offers warranties up to 7 years parts and labor, and is the recommended brand by most service people. With Speed Queen and Crosley, plus service, parts, and used appliances, Wides is your one-stop appliance shop for major appliances without the major price. See Wides Major Appliance on Oak Street in Brainerd.
Pillager's finest childcare center.
Welcome back to the pregame show on yourliveevent.com. Frank the Tank Parkinson with you, getting you ready for the Sebeka Trojans taking on the Pillager Huskies here at Pillager High School. Just an absolutely beautiful baseball field and an equally beautiful day weather-wise. Perfect day for baseball. Let's take a look at how these two teams measure up. The visiting Sebeka Trojans are a great baseball squad from top to bottom. Overall record, 11 wins, 1 lone loss, and they're undefeated on the road with 5 wins, no losses. And speaking with head coach Jeffrey Lake, before the game he had mentioned that they are dangerous from the 1 spot all the way down to the 9 hole, and they have 8 different arms that they can use throughout a game. They are deep at the pitcher position, and they are also sharp in the field, which you could expect from a team that's 11-1. And for the hometown Pillager Huskies, 6 wins, 7 losses, a little bit of an up and down season. But when they are sharp, they are a tough team to beat. Always confident when they step into the batter's box. They just sometimes lack a little focus in the field, but when they're dialed in like they should be today, hosting a really good baseball team, expecting a heck of a matchup here between the Sebeka Trojans and the Pillager Huskies. Coming up next on the pregame show with Frank the Tank Parkinson, I had a conversation with head coach of the Sebeka Trojans, Jeffrey Lake, so we'll play that for you, followed by the conversation I had with the head coach of the Pillager Huskies, Jacob Box. You're listening to the pregame show on yourliveevent.com.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
More big news from Wides Major Appliance in Brainerd. Wides announces a new line to offer you. Now, stop in to see the incredible line of appliances from Speed Queen. Speed Queens are tested to last 25 years, offers warranties up to 7 years parts and labor, and is the recommended brand by most service people. With Speed Queen and Crosley, plus service, parts, and used appliances, Wides is your one-stop appliance shop for major appliances without the major price. See Wides Major Appliance on Oak Street in Brainerd.
Pillager's finest.
Well, welcome back to the pregame show on yourliveevent.com. Standing by with head coach of the Sebeka Trojans, Coach Lake. Coach, your team has played really good baseball this year. What part of your game have you really liked so far?
pitching has really been strong for us. I mean, our first week we had 5 games. We had all 9 of our guys pitched in the game, and they all did. I mean, not everybody pitched a lot, but they all pitched like guys I would say I'm not going to put out there again. So that was pretty awesome. And our hitting's really been awesome, too, these last few games.
And how nice is that to be able to have that many pitchers to work with? A lot of teams I've covered, they have maybe 2 guys that they trust to throw.
Yeah, it makes a big difference when you can go, okay, we got this guy's tired, we can bring in another guy now, and we don't drop off. So it's huge.
And are those pitchers that rotate back out, are they good in the field as well?
Oh, yeah. They're really good fielders, too. Our defense has been solid as well, which helps.
What's the plate appearances look like this year, the approach at the plate?
We're patient, but we like to be aggressive early in the count if we can. I mean, I said you don't learn to hit if you don't stand up and watch the ball go by. So usually if we see a good pitch, we're up there hacking.
Love it, Coach. And where's most of the runs been coming from? Is there anyone in your lineup that's been driving in a lot?
You know, I just looked at it last night. We have all through a lineup, and our last game in Mills last night was a perfect example. Our bottom of our order was where they had 5 of our 10 hits.
Wow.
And so it's all the way up and down our lineup.
So how did that game play out yesterday?
We had a 3-1 lead or 3-2 lead. They tied it up in the bottom of the 6th. So it was 3-3 going in the top of the 7th. And their pitcher ran out and said to bring another guy, and we scored 3 on them in the top of the 7th.
And Coach, what's the preparation look like? Playing yesterday, playing today, not getting practice in between, really?
Yeah, I mean, we've been doing that all year because just a lot of games. The weather, everything's got packed in.
Yep.
So we're used to it. Not a big deal.
What are the keys to getting a win today against Pillager?
You know, same as usual. We got to pitch good. I know Pillager's a good team, so we got to make sure we're throwing strikes. And our defense is always key, I feel. If you can make plays, not give them extra outs, that always helps.
Where's the leadership come from in this dugout?
You know, we have 3 seniors, 3 captains, and then we have 2 juniors that are also captains. So we got top-heavy It's a really good team to work with because they're all pretty baseball. You know, they love baseball.
Looking forward to seeing your baseball teamwork, Coach. Best of luck today.
Thank you.
We'll be back on the pregame show on yourliveevent.com.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
More big news from Wides Major Appliance in Brainerd. Wides announces a new line to offer you. Now, stop in to see the incredible line of appliances from Speed Queen. Speed Queens are tested to last 25 years, offers warranties up to 7 years parts and labor, and is the recommended brand by most service people. With Speed Queen and Crosley, plus service, parts, and used appliances, Wides is your one-stop appliance shop for major appliances without the major price. See Wides Major Appliance on Oak Street in Brainerd.
Pillager's finest child care center is the Learning Ladder. The Learning Ladder proudly provides safe and reliable care to future Huskies aged 6 weeks through pre-K. The Learning Ladder is looking to grow with several positions open. If you love working with kids, contact them to learn more about opportunities to be part of their great team. The Learning Ladder, loving children, creating futures. The Learning Ladder on Highway 210 just west of Pillager, 218-746-4131.
Welcome back to the pregame show on yourliveevent.com. Standing by with head coach of the Pillager Huskies, Coach Box. Coach, it's been an up and down season. What have you liked about your team's game so far this year?
When we're on, we're on. We're very tough to beat when we're on. If we can play fundamental baseball, play solid defense, we are very tough to beat. Our pitchers have thrown a lot of strikes this year, so we just got to back them up defensively and put some runs on the board.
Have the bats been pretty consistent this year for you?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, top to bottom in our lineup, we have been hitting well and things like that. We got to not shoot ourselves in the foot on defense.
Right, mental errors.
Yep.
And what does the pitching staff look like this year? You mentioned that they've been pretty solid.
Yeah, our pitching staff, I mean, a lot of guys returning from last year, pitching, a lot of experience, things like that. We got some younger guys coming in and doing what they need to do in the kind of mop-up innings and things like that. So I've been very happy with how we've pitched this year. We just got to kind of put it all together.
What can we expect to see from the starting pitcher today? Does he like to throw heat? Does he breaking balls? What does he kind of like?
A little bit of everything. You know, he'll pound the zone. He doesn't walk too many guys. When he's on, he's very tough to hit. He's just got to let his defense work behind him.
Where's the leadership come from in this dugout this year?
A lot of it's, our upperclassmen. We have 3 or 4 guys that have been here since they were 8th, 9th graders. So a lot of them have 3, 4 years of varsity experience. So they know the ins and outs, and we got a handful of freshmen on the team too. So, kind of having them look up to them and get ready to go.
Are there any parts of Sebeka's game that are a concern today?
I mean, they're a solid team top to bottom, and they've been together for years. I don't think they graduated anybody last year. 1 through 9, they're going to be tough. So we got to be on it for all 9 hitters that come through.
What would it mean to your team to start their weekend with a win over Sebeka?
It's huge. I mean, we gotta get back on the right track here after a few tough losses and turn it in before we go play Staples tomorrow.
Looking forward to watching your team, Coach. Best of luck today.
Awesome. Thank you.
We'll be back on the pregame show on yourliveevent.com.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
More big news from Wides Major Appliance in Brainerd. Wides announces a new line to offer you. Now, stop in to see the incredible line of appliances from Speed Queen. Speed Queens are tested to last 25 years, offers warranties up to 7 years parts and labor, and is the recommended brand by most service people. With Speed Queen and Crosley, plus service, parts, and used appliances, Wides is your one-stop appliance shop for major appliances without the major price. See Wides Major Appliance on Oak Street in Brainerd.
Pillager's finest child care center is the Learning Ladder. The Learning Ladder proudly provides safe and reliable care to future Huskies aged 6 weeks through pre-K. The Learning Ladder is looking to grow with several positions open. If you love working with kids, contact them to learn more about opportunities to be part of their great team. The Learning Ladder, loving children, creating futures. The Learning Ladder on Highway 210 just west of Pillager, 218-746-4131.
The Pillager Booster Club is full of Husky pride. If you're a parent or a fan of Pillager activities, get involved with the Pillager Booster Club. Volunteer at their fun events to help fundraise. Meetings are just one night a month, and your input is valuable. The Booster Club gives back to all Pillager Huskies activities, clubs, and events. Any and all donations are greatly accepted and tax deductible. For information on how you can get involved, go to PillagerBoosterClub.com. Go Huskies and pull the sled. We hope you don't, but let's face it, accidents happen. Think TNT Auto Body and Glass when you need auto body repair, painting, and windshield replacement. They'll work with your insurance company. TNT Auto Body and Glass, Highway 210 and County Road 18, next to the corner store.
Hi, I'm Susan Schmidt at First Western Bank. Employees at First Western know the importance of teamwork in their day-to-day roles to best serve our community. We know the area high school athletic teams know the importance of teamwork as well. We wish all local teams good luck in their athletic endeavors this season. Be safe on the court, rink, field, and in the gym. We look forward to watching you succeed. We're not just here for you, we are you. First Western Bank. You can bank on us. Member FDIC, equal.
When you have a project
Welcome back to the pregame show on yourliveevent.com. Frank the Tank Parkinson with you on a beautiful day at Pillager High School. The visiting Sebeka Trojans with an 11-1 record, taking on the 6 wins, 7 loss Pillager Huskies. Should be an absolute classic here today. Looking forward to it. And when I say it's a perfect day for baseball, I mean it is an absolutely perfect day for baseball. Let's get into the starting lineups, brought to you by Valerie Ann's Family Foods. Place your order with Valerie Ann's Family Foods in Ossipee, featuring breakfast, lunch, and their famous single-serving dinners. Pick one up fresh for tonight or stock up with frozen entrees for the week. Valerie Ann's Family Foods in Ossipee, between Cross Lake and Merrifield on County Road 3. Starting with the visiting Sebeka Trojans, their leadoff hitter is shortstop Max Lake. Batting in the 2-hole, Parker Kaiser, who will also be on the bump. Batting in the 3-hole, catcher Henry Erickson. Batting cleanup for the Trojans is going to be Connor Ament. And then batting in the 5-hole, the third baseman Carter Arndt. Batting 6th, left fielder Trevin Lee. In right field, Levi Olson. And at second base, Hudson Nelson. In the 9-hole will be center fielder Kyson Campbell. Now, the starting lineup for the home team of Pillager Huskies. Leading off and playing pitcher here today is Alex Brandt. Batting in the 2-hole, third baseman Grant Grimsley. Batting third, catcher Elliot Imdek. And the cleanup hitter today, left fielder Brooks Brikacek. Batting in the 5-hole and patrolling center field will be Jack Featherson. And batting sixth, Lucas Hoagland playing right field. In the 7-hole, playing first base today, Nolan Boyning. In the 8-hole, second baseman Colston Kremers. And batting in the 9-hole, shortstop Cal Giza. We're going to take one more break, and then we'll have some baseball ready for you on this Friday. It's the Sebeka Trojans taking on the Pillager Huskies. Coming up next, first pitch on yourliveevent.com.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
More big news from Wides Major Appliance in Brainerd. Wides announces a new line to offer you. Now, stop in to see the incredible line of appliances from Speed Queen. Speed Queens are tested to last 25 years, offers warranties up to 7 years parts and labor, and is the recommended brand by most service people. With Speed Queen and Crosley, plus service, parts, and used appliances, Wides is your one-stop appliance shop for major appliances without the major price. See Wides Major Appliance on Oak Street in Brainerd.
Pillager's finest child care center is the Learning Ladder. The Learning Ladder proudly provides safe and reliable care to future Huskies aged 6 weeks through pre-K. The Learning Ladder is looking to grow with several positions open. If you love working with kids, contact them to learn more about opportunities to be part of their great team. The Learning Ladder, loving children, creating futures. The Learning Ladder on Highway 210 just west of Pillager, 218-746-4131.
The Pillager Booster Club is full of Husky pride. If you're a parent or a fan of Pillager activities, get involved with the Pillager Booster Club. Volunteer at their fun events to help fundraise. Meetings are just one night a month, and your input is valuable. The Booster Club gives back to all Pillager Huskies activities, clubs, and events. Any and all donations are greatly accepted and tax deductible. For information on how you can get involved, go to PillagerBoosterClub.com. Go Huskies and pull the sled. We hope you don't, but let's face it, accidents happen. Think TNT Auto Body and Glass when you need auto body repair, painting, and windshield replacement. They'll work with your insurance company. TNT Auto Body and Glass, Highway 210 and County Road 18, next to the corner store.
Hi, I'm Susan Schmidt at First Western Bank. Employees at First Western know the importance of teamwork in their day-to-day roles to best serve our community. We know the area high school athletic teams know the importance of teamwork as well. We wish all local teams good luck in their athletic endeavors this season. Be safe on the court, rink, field, and in the gym. We look forward to watching you succeed. We're not just here for you, we are you. First Western Bank. You can bank on us. Member FDIC, equal.
When you have a project.
Welcome back to yourliveevent.com. We are getting you closer and closer to the first pitch, and it's a perfect day for baseball. Pillager Huskies hosting the Sebeka Trojans. The Trojans with an 11-1 record, Pillager with a record of 6-7. Now time for the First Western Bank first pitch. With First Western Bank, we're not just here for you, we are you, with locations in Baxter, Nisswa, and Cross Lake. Your scoreboard sponsor here today is none other than Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction. When you have a project calling for concrete, contact the pros at Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction, offering high-quality professional masonry and concrete services. Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction, 218-639-2374. Fully licensed and free estimates. We are about ready to get underway here. It's a beautiful day here at Pillager High School, and my first time visiting this field. My gosh, what a beautiful baseball field they have here in Pillager the whole way around. Even have myself a little press box to call the game from, which is nice. Used to bring in my own little picnic table and setting up, taping everything down from the wind, kind of out of the wind, and it's almost perfect. Your Pillager Huskies are donning a maroon jersey with 2 yellow horizontal stripes coming across the chest and the belly, and 2 horizontal stripes along the bicep. With white pants, they got a hat that's mostly maroon, white on the front, and yellow stripes, and in steps the leadoff hitter for the Sebeka Trojans, shortstop Max Lake. On the bump for the Pillager Huskies, senior Alex Brandt, also batting leadoff here today. Brandt toes the rubber, and we are ready to get things started with your First Western Bank first pitch. First pitch bounces right past the batter, and it's going to be a 1-0 count against Max Lake. Lake, the leadoff hitter and playing shortstop, rocking some batting gloves with some bright pink on there, hot pink. Painting the outside corner is Alex Brandt to even it up at 1 apiece on the count. Brandt gets a call from the catcher. The wind, the pitch. That one's good. Max Lake keeping his bat on his shoulder so far through the first 3 pitches. 1 ball, 2 strikes against the shortstop, Max Lake. The wind, the pitch. That one's skied up in between second and short, and settling under it and making the catch is the second baseman, Colston Kremers, for the Pillager Huskies. A good start on the hill for Alex Brandt. Now stepping in the 2-hole, pitcher, Parker Kaiser. He's a right-handed bat, got some hot pink tape on the bat with hot pink batting gloves as well. Digging into the batter's box is Parker Kaiser. The wind from Alex Brandt, the pitch, and the heat gets fouled off down the first base line right towards the press box here. No balls, 1 strike. After the opening pitch that bounced off the plate, Alex Brandt has locked in. He's all over the strike zone since. The pitch from Brandt. That one just a tad low. 1 ball, 1 strike for Parker Kaiser. Kaiser batting in the 2-hole. He'll be on the hill for the Sebeka Trojans. One of many capable pitchers on this Sebeka team. Next pitch misses high. 2 balls, 1 strike against Parker Kaiser. No shifts in the field, pretty normal. Third baseman shading a little bit towards the bag. Pitch, and that one's fouled, skied out of play on the first base line to even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Alex Brandt gets the pitch set and the pitch. Off speed, misses just a tad outside. Full count for Parker Kaiser. Nobody on, 1 out for the Sebeka Trojans here in the top half of the first. The wind from Brandt, the pitch. That one, not sure where that one missed, but it missed somewhere because the referee calls ball, and that is a walk. Parker Kaiser heading on over to first base. 1 on, 1 out. In steps the 3-hole hitter and catcher, Henry Erickson. Erickson plays fall ball with the pitcher, Alex Brandt. They know each other well, so this should be a fun battle to watch. Same with Parker Kaiser, just got on base as well. All 3 of them play together in the fall. The pitch, that one hits the strike zone. No balls, 1 strike. Runner on first with 1 down. Erickson, a right-handed bat. More hot pink batting gloves. Set the pitch as a line drive to left field. Getting in front of it, Brooks Prokachek, and it's station-to-station baseball, and the line drive single to left, and it'll be a runners on first and second for Sebeka with 1 down. Love the walk-up music for the Sebeka as bringing their own music. Kaiser on second, Erickson on first, and in steps Connor Ament, the first baseman, cleanup hitter. Watches the first one go, misses low and outside, 1 ball, no strikes against Ament. Working out of the stretch, Alex Brandt, the set, the pitch. That one dots the line. It's going to be 1 ball, 1 strike after the good pitch low and outside. Absolute paint from Alex Brandt. Runners on first and second, 1 down. The set from Brandt, the pitch. That one goes foul, just missing Coach Lake on the third baseline. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Alex Brandt, good command of the strike zone early on here in the first inning. Infield and double play depth. Runners on first and second, 1 out for the pitcher, Alex Brandt. The pitch, that one gets skied out of play. And Connor Ament stays alive, choking up on the bat just a tad. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Alex Brandt sets. Here comes the 5th pitch of the at-bat. That one misses low and outside. Good stop behind the plate by Elliot Imdek. That one could have gone to the backstop, but good work sliding in front of that. 2 balls, 2 strikes for the cleanup hitter, Connor Ament. The set from Brandt and the stretch. The pitch misses inside. It's going to be another full count. Henry Erickson stands on first. Standing on second, Parker Kaiser. 1 down. Full count for Connor Ament. The pitch. That one line drive to center field, and it's a line drive out. Jack Featherson settled right under it and got the ball in quickly. And there's now 2 down with runners on first and second. Now steps in the 5-hole hitter playing third base today, Carter Arndt. Alex Brandt out of the stretch, takes a glance over at second, locks it in. Here comes the pitch. That one just misses up and in. 1 ball, no strikes for Carter Arndt. Runners on first and second. 2 down here in the top of the first. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. The senior pitcher, Alex Brandt, evens up the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners on first and second, 2 down. The set from Brandt. The pitch fouled straight out of play. One ball, 2 strikes. And got him swinging on the low outside pitch. What a pitch from Brandt to get out of the inning. The Sebeka Trojans, the top half of the first, bring home no runs on 1 hit. 2 batters left on base with no errors. Your score heading to the home half of the first. Sebeka 0, Pillager 0.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
More big news from Wides Major Appliance in Brainerd. Wides announces a new line to offer you. Now, stop in to see the incredible line of appliances from Speed Queen. Speed Queens are tested to last 25 years, offers warranties up to 7 years parts and labor, and is the recommended brand by most service people. With Speed Queen and Crosley, plus service, parts, and used appliances, Wides is your one-stop appliance shop for major appliances without the major price. See Wides Major Appliance on Oak Street in Brainerd.
Welcome back to YourLiveEvent.com, getting ready for the home half of the first inning. Alex Brandt, good command on the hill in the top half of the first for the Pillager Huskies. And now getting ready to work is the pitcher of the Sebeka Trojans, Parker Kaiser. Leading off for the Huskies is the pitcher, Alex Brandt. 2 guys that know each other well. They play fall ball together along with the catcher, so there might be a little bit of chirping going on during this at bat, something fun to keep our eye on. Absolutely beautiful day in Pillager. Perfect day for baseball. Feels like it's almost 70 degrees outside. Which after doing a few softball doubleheaders in the high 30s, this feels like a hot summer day in comparison, for sure. The jerseys for the Sebeka Trojans, white jersey with the bottom half all purple, like a lavender purple, with 2 horizontal black stripes coming across the belly. Black names on the back, purple numbers, white pants. And in steps the leadoff hitter for the Pillager Huskies, Alex Brandt. Righty on righty here. Alex Brandt digs in for the first pitch. Parker Kaiser working out of the stretch to get things started. Missing low and away. The count is 1 ball, no strikes for Alex Brandt, the senior pitcher. Kaiser from the stretch. That one hits the strike zone, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Brandt getting settled into the batter's box here. And the 1-1. That one right down the pipe. 1 ball, 2 strikes after Alex Brandt looks at it. Gonna have to protect now. Standing in the on-deck circle for the Pillager Huskies, Grant Grimsley playing third base. The 1-2. Checking his swing and a good eye by Alex Brandt, and it's gonna be 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the 2-2 from Parker Kaiser. That one misses high. Working the count full is Alex Brandt. Good discipline at the plate. We're going to get the Pillager offense jump-started here in the leadoff spot. The set from Kaiser and the pitch. That one's going to be way low, and heading on to first with the walk is Alex Brandt in a good start to the home half of the first for the Pillager Huskies.
Third baseman Grant Grimsley.
In steps Grant Grimsley, right-handed bat. Playing the hot corner today. Standing on first, Alex Brandt. Nobody out. The set from Kaiser. Takes a glance at first and the pitch. First pitch swing, it's a bouncer to third base. Tips off the glove of the third baseman, Carter Arndt. Still stays with it, gets it on over to first, where he gets the runner. Moving on over to second, Alex Brandt on the ground out. Nice play by Carter Arndt to stick with that one. He almost snow-coned it, and it fell off the glove, able to stick with it, and a good arm at third base to get the sprinting Grant Grimsley. 1 down, runner on second base for Elliot Imdeck, the catcher, batting in the 3-hole lefty bat for the Pillager Huskies. Parker Kaiser takes a glance at second, and here comes the pitch. A lot of heat behind that one, a popping of the glove, and it was a strike to get things started. Elliot Imdeck falls behind. No balls, 1 strike. 1 down, runner in scoring position with Alex Brandt standing on second base. Here comes the 0-1 for Imdeck. A little off speed there, but just misses the zone to notch things back up to 1 ball, 1 strike. Brooks Bukacek, the left fielder in the on-deck circle. Big right-handed bat. Here comes the 1-1 for Imdeck. That one misses low. Good eye by Imdeck, and good discipline so far through the first 3 batters for the Pillager Huskies. Although Grant Grimsley swung on the first pitch he saw, but it was a strike. Elliot Imdeck with 2 balls, 1 strike here. Runner on second base with 1 down. Parker Kaiser sets the pitch. That one gets smoked towards center field, but settling under it is Kyson Campbell. Gets it in quickly, and it's a fly out to center field for the second out of the inning. In steps the cleanup hitter, Brooks Bukacek. Bukacek, a very tall right-handed bat. Opportunity to get an RBI here. A base hit. More than likely scoring Alex Brandt. Brandt on second base. 2 down for Brooks Bukacek. The pitch. Watches the first one go. That misses high. 1 ball. No strikes for Bukacek.
Come on, boss! Come on!
0-0 is your score here in the bottom of the first. Parker Kaiser takes a glance at second, sends the pitch in. That one hits the strike zone about knee-high outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike against the cleanup hitter, Brooks Bukacek. Kaiser nods, and he sets. Here comes the 1-1. Swing and a miss on the off-speed stuff. 1 ball, 2 strikes against Brooks Bukacek. Runner on second base is Alex Brandt. 2 down in the inning. Parker Kaiser looking to work out of this. Here comes the 1-2. That one misses low. Working the count back to even is Brooks Bukacek. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Digging in the 2-2 count is Brooks Bukacek. Runner on second, 2 down for the pitcher Parker Kaiser. Here comes the pitch. That one gets skied straight out of play, and staying alive is Brooks Bukacek. 6th pitch of the at-bat coming up. A long gaze down at the catcher as Kaiser comes to agreement. The set, the pitch. That one's going to miss low. And working the count to full is Brooks Prokacek. 3 balls, 2 strikes, runner on second. 2 down here in the bottom of the first in a 0-0 ball game. Parker Kaiser on the hill for the Sebeka Trojans. 11 wins, 1 loss for the Trojans. The set. Here comes the full count. That one a lot of speed, but misses the zone. Second walk of the inning against Parker Kaiser. And heading to first is Brooks Prokacek. Now stepping in, the 5-hole hitter, center fielder, Jack Featherson. 2 on, 2 outs for the center fielder. Righty bat, wide batting stance. The pitch, watches the first one go. That one pounds the strike zone. No balls, 1 strike for Featherson. Featherson made a nice snag in center field in the top of the first. Good speed out there. Runners on first and second. Here's the 0-1 with 2 down in the inning. Breaking ball gets him swinging. Falling behind 0 balls and 2 strikes is Featherson. Good changing of speeds from the righty Parker Kaiser. Pillager looking to jump ahead. 2 on, 2 outs for Featherson. Watches that one go, and firing back to first is the catcher. Henry Erickson, no luck though, sliding in safely. Brooks Prokacek almost caught him leaning. 1 ball, 2 strikes against Featherson. Opportunity to drive home a run here. Standing on second, Alex Brandt. Brooks Prokacek on first. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the set from Parker Kaiser. And the pitch. That one gets him looking to get out of the jam. And Pillager Huskies score no runs on no hits, no errors. 2 runners left on. We're heading to the top of the second, all tied up at 0 apiece.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
More big news from Wides Major Appliance in Brainerd. Wides announces a new line to offer you. Now, stop in to see the incredible line of appliances from Speed Queen. Speed Queens are tested to last 25 years, offers warranties up to 7 years parts and labor, and is the recommended brand by most service people. With Speed Queen and Crosley, plus service, parts, and used appliances, Wides is your one-stop appliance shop for major appliances without the major price. See Wides Major Appliance on Oak Street in Brainerd.
Pillager's fine.
Welcome back to YourLiveEvent.com here in the top of the second inning. Pillager Huskies hosting the Sebeka Trojans, all knotted up at 0 apiece through the first inning. In this first inning of work, senior pitcher Alex Brandt threw 23 pitches, gave up just 1 hit, had 1 walk, and stranded 2 runners. Now leading off for the Sebeka Trojans, the 6-hole hitter, left fielder, Trevin Lee. He's a left-handed bat. The wind from Brandt. First pitch strike, got him swinging and missing. No balls, 1 strike for Trevin Lee. The pitch pounds the glove but misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Trevin Lee batting stance. He kind of bows real low. Leaning back on his back leg. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. The strike zone command continues for senior righty Alex Brandt. 1 ball, 2 strikes against Trevin Lee. The wind from Brandt, the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him swinging for the first out of the innings. That's the first strikeout of the game for Alex Brandt. And a good start to the second inning for the Pillager Huskies. Now digging in is Levi Olson playing right field. He's a right-handed bat. Of a shorter stature, holds the bat way above his head. First pitch swinging. That one skies along the first base line, trying to track it down with the over-the-shoulder catch, but just missing it was Nolan Boyning. Not an easy play at all, like a wide receiver running a streak route. And on the foul ball, Levi Olson falls behind. No balls and a strike. Slowly stepping back up to the rubber is Alex Brandt. Brandt agrees with the call, the wind, the pitch. That one's a grounder to second base. Settling on it, Kremers. He's going to go nice and easy to first base. And that is 2 quick outs for the pitcher, Alex Brandt, and the Pillager Huskies. Now stepping in and trying to avoid the 1-2-3 inning is Hudson Nelson playing second base for the Sebeka Trojans. He's a left-handed bat. Alex Brandt in a good rhythm right now. Here comes the first pitch. That one misses high. Nobody on, 2 outs for Hudson Nelson, the second baseman for the Sebeka Trojans. Here comes the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Looked like he was, half of them wanted to swing, half of them didn't there. And a half-hearted swing. 1-1 count for Nelson. The wind, the pitch. That one just misses. It's going to be 2 balls and a strike for Nelson. That one got him to notch things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. That one, I don't know what was wrong with it. It's a small strike zone. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on, 2 outs. Here's the full count. It's a grounder right back to Alex Brandt, and he's just going to go nice and easy, underhand toss to first base, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for the senior pitcher. Well, so with the 1-2-3 inning, of course, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base as we head to the bottom of the second. Pillager Huskies and the Sebeka Trojans all knotted up at 0 apiece.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
More big news from Wides Major Appliance in Brainerd. Wides announces a new line to offer you. Now, stop in to see the incredible line of appliances from Speed Queen. Speed Queens are tested to last 25 years, offers warranties up to 7 years parts and labor, and is the recommended brand by most service people. With Speed Queen and Crosley, plus service, parts, and used appliances, Wides is your one-stop appliance shop for major appliances without the major price. See Wides Major Appliance on Oak Street in Brainerd.
Pillager's fun.
Well, welcome back to YourLiveEvent.com. Pillager Huskies trying to get the offense going here. Leading off for the Huskies here in the second inning is Lucas Hoagland, also playing right field for the Huskies. Huskies stranded 2 in the first inning. Starting pitcher Parker Kaiser for Sebeka works out of the stretch at all times. Here's the first pitch. That one misses low and outside. 0-0 score here in the bottom of the second. 1-2-3 inning last half inning by Alex Brandt. Here's the set to pitch. That one hits the strike zone. 1 ball, 1 strike for Lucas Hoagland. In the on-deck circle, Nolan Boyning. The 1-1 from Parker Kaiser. Swing and a miss by the righty Lucas Hoagland. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Time to choke up on that bat a little bit and stay alive. Doesn't look like he's choking up. That might be an old-fashioned thing. Maybe I'm showing a little bit of age with that. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one just misses outside. Home plate umpire has been consistent. Doesn't like to give that outside corner easily. 2 balls, 2 strikes for Lucas Hoagland. Leading off here in the second for the Pillager Huskies. He swings and skies it straight out of play to stay alive. Pitch number 6 coming up in the at-bat. Lucas Hoagland making the pitcher Parker Kaiser work for every pitch. The set from Kaiser and the 2-2. That one misses way high. Working the count to full. Hoagland digging in for the full count. The set from Kaiser. Here it comes. Swinging, it's a grounder to the shortstop. Gloving it, Max Lake. And, well, trying to glove it was Max Lake, and it's an error against Lake. At shortstop, the ball just went under him. Lacked a little bit of concentration, and reaching on the error was Lucas Hoagland. See if the Huskies can take advantage of the extra out. In steps Nolan Boyning, playing first base, batting in the 7-hole today for Pillager. Here comes Boyning, lefty, holding the bat up high, almost like a Craig Counsell-like batting stance. First one for Boyning, watches it go by, it's a strike. Run around first, nobody out for Nolan Boyning. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Parker Kaiser. Swing and fouls it straight back to the backstop, falling behind 0-2. And the on-deck circles, Colston Kremers playing second base today. No balls, 2 strikes. Parker Kaiser working out of the stretch. Runner on first, nobody out here in the bottom of the second. 0-0 ball game. Glances over to first and the pitch. Breaking ball, curveball, got him looking for the first out of the inning. Second strikeout of the game for Parker Kaiser. Nasty curveball, a knee buckler. Now digging in Colston Kremers. Second baseman batting in the 8-hole. 1 out, runner on first. Lucas Hoagland standing on first. Takes his lead. The set from Kaiser. He goes back to first, and getting back safely on the dive is Lucas Hoagland. Kaiser keeping him honest. Set from Parker Kaiser. Comes the first pitch for Kremers. First pitch swing, and that one goes down the left field line, looping right, foul. Nearly painted the line there for a double, but he's going to take the slow stroll back to the batter's box with an 0-1 count. First pitch swinging there from Kremers. He liked it. Stepping back on the rubber, Parker Kaiser peers down the plate to get the call. He agrees. The set from Kaiser. The kick. The pitch. Runner going to second is Hoagland diving in. The ball passes into center field. He's going to get up and he's going to go. And no play made. Heading to third on the throwing error is Lucas Hoagland. Steals second, takes third as well. He reached on an error originally. Sebeka having some trouble in the field. 1 ball, 1 strike for Colston Kremers. Run around third, 1 out. RBI opportunity for Kremers. The set, the kick. Here's the 1-1. Checking, but it was a strike anyways. 1 ball, 2 strikes against Kremers. Awaiting his turn in the on-deck circles, the shortstop, Cal Giza. The set from Kaiser. The pitch. That one gets skied out of play, I should say. And staying alive is Colston Kremers. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Getting ready for the 5th pitch of the at-bat. Runner on third, one down here for Kremers. The set, the pitch, breaking ball, bouncer to third base. Gloving it, keeping the runner honest, and thrown on to first is Carter Arndt for the second out of the inning. He gloved it and he glanced immediately back at third base to make sure that no funny business was happening. Now steps in Cal Kisa. Opportunity to drive in a run. 2 down with a runner on third. Parker Kaiser sets for the first pitch to Cal Kisa. The kick, here it comes. The heat right down the middle for a first pitch strike. Pounding the catcher's mitt. Kaiser starting to find a rhythm, takes a deep breath. He likes the call. Setting is Kaiser. Runner on third with 2 down. The pitch, breaking ball, just does break at chest high level. Showing a little disgust in the batter's box was Cal Kisa. Umpire showing him no attention. No balls, 2 strikes for the 9-hole hitter, Cal Giza. The pitch gets him looking for the second strikeout of the inning, third strikeout of the game. And Pillager scores no runs on no hits. There's 1 error in the field and 1 runner left on base. As we head to the top of the third, Sebeka 0, Pillager 0.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
More big news from Wides Major Appliance in Brainerd. Wides announces a new line to offer you. Now, stop in to see the incredible line of appliances from Speed Queen. Speed Queens are tested to last 25 years, offers warranties up to 7 years parts and labor, and is the recommended brand by most service people. With Speed Queen and Crosley, plus service, parts, and used appliances, Wides is your one-stop appliance shop for major appliances without the major price. See Wides Major Appliance on Oak Street in Brainerd.
Pillager's finest.
Welcome back to the top of the third here. Pillager High School 0-0 is your score. Good start to the game. Both pitchers absolutely dealing on the hill for the Pillager Huskies as Alex Brandt worked through a 1-2-3 inning in the second inning. Really found his rhythm on the mound. Getting ready to step in for the Sebeka Trojans to get things started in the third inning is their 9-hole hitter, center fielder, Kyson Campbell. Campbell, a right-handed bat. The long flowing hair out of the helmet. Lavender purple with hot pink accents on the batting gloves. He's leaning way back in his batting stance. Here's the first pitch for Campbell. Watches that one go and misses low and outside. 1-0 is the count. The pitch, and he swings on the second pitch. He sees that one's going to drop in right center field, and it's a hit in the 9-hole by Kyson Campbell. Second pitch he saw, he jumped on it for the first hit of the inning. Just the second hit given up by pitcher Alex Brandt. Now digging in the leadoff hitter, Max Lake, playing shortstop for Sebeka. The pitch to Lake, first pitch swinging, that one's going to go foul. And getting ahead of the count is the righty senior pitcher, Alex Brandt. And now forced to work out of the stretch after the line drive single to right field by Campbell. Brandt sets, takes a glance at first. The kick, the pitch. Off speed, misses the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner on first with nobody out. 1-1 is the count for the leadoff hitter for Sebeka, Max Lake. Running to second, it's a hit and run. That one gets skied up, heading back to first, sprinting quickly. Was Kyson Campbell, but the wind kind of took that one and it ended up going out of play. It looked like they had a chance at it. Attempting the hit and run. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I mean, that ball moved a lot. Looked like it skied up in play to begin. And the first baseman kept floating closer and closer to the dugout, and wind just took it. 1 ball, 2 strikes for Max Lake. Brandt takes a glance over to first base. Here comes the pitch. It's a quick pitch. Heading to second, throwing it down, and the tag was just a tad late. Just a tad late, but striking out swinging was Max Lake for the first out of the inning. It was a slide step pitch from Alex Brandt there. Got it to the plate quick, and the throw from catcher Elliot Imdeck was pretty good too. The tag just got slapped down just a tad late. Stealing second base successfully, Kyson Campbell. Now digging in, the right-handed bat, Parker Kaiser. Watches the first one go. That one misses the zone. 1 down, runner on second. The pitcher, Parker Kaiser, up to plate. Brandt working out of the stretch with the runner on 2. Throws a little off-speed action. That one gets fouled straight back. 1 ball, 1 strike for Parker Kaiser. Only 2 hits given up so far through 2 1/3 innings of work for Alex Brandt. The pitch, that one slides into the dirt and heading on to third on the passed ball, or wild pitch, I should say, is Kyson Campbell. Now runner standing on third with 1 out. 2 balls and a strike for Kaiser. An opportunity to get Sebeka on the board. The pitch. Swing, and that one gets fouled back. Alex Brandt works the count back to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now working out of the windup is Brandt with the runner on third. Off speed just misses, try to paint it high. It's going to be a full count with 1 down, runner on third. The wind from Brandt, the pitch, and that one gets slapped just a tad foul on the first base line. Staying alive is Kaiser with the full count. Pitch number 7 upcoming in the at-bat. Umpire taking a look at the baseball. Now hands it back over to Alex Brandt as he toes the rubber here with a full count. Runner on third with 1 down. Score is 0-0 here in the top of the third. The wind, the pitch. Got him looking. That is back-to-back strikeouts for Alex Brandt. He's got 3 on the day. And in steps Henry Erickson, runner on third. 2 down. The set, the pitch. Backed out of the zone. That one missed the strike zone. 1-0 count for Henry Erickson. The wind from Brandt. Breaking ball. Chopper out, goes foul. Third base line. 1 ball, 1 strike. Say one thing, Alex Brandt has not really fell behind much at all today. The lone walk he had came on a full count. Runner on third, 2 down. Breaking ball again. That one misses low and outside. 2 balls and a strike for the catcher, Henry Erickson of Sebeka. Here comes the 2-1 to Erickson. Backed off the plate. 3 balls and a strike. A long inhale and a long exhale from Alex Brandt. Here comes the wind and the pitch. Misses low for the second walk of the game. Now heading on to first, Henry Erickson. And in steps the cleanup hitter, the first baseman, Connor Amond, coming up to some reggae. Runners on the corner, 2 down for the senior righty Alex Brandt, looking to work out of this jam. Connor Amond, a big bat. Watches the first one go, just misses the strike zone. 1 ball, no strikes. Two down with runners on the corners. Working on the stretch and pounding the strike zone is Alex Brandt. 1 ball, 1 strike. When Brandt does throw a ball, he seems to always come back with a strike. Pitch gets fouled out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes for Connor Amond, the cleanup hitter.
Come on, Jack. Come on, Jack, get up. Go up, hard ball. Come on.
Getting ready for the pitch is Alex Brandt. Here comes and he beans the batter. Amond takes one on the arm. Oh, they say foul ball, hit the knob of the bat. It looked almost, from my angle, it looked like it hit him in the bicep, but it hit the knob. And Connor Amond is still batting. 1 ball, 2 strikes. As I erase the HBP. Off speed, got him swinging. Striking out the side is Alex Brandt. Oh, what a pitch. And Sebeka scores no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 runners stranded on base. We head to the home half of the 3rd inning, all knotted up at 0 apiece. We'll see if the Huskies can get things going on offense.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
More big news from Wides Major Appliance in Brainerd. Wides announces a new line to offer you. Now, stop in to see the incredible line of appliances from Speed Queen. Speed Queens are tested to last 25 years, offers warranties up to 7 years parts and labor, and is the recommended brand by most service people. With Speed Queen and Crosley, plus service, parts, and used appliances, Wides is your one-stop appliance shop for major appliances without the major price. See Wides Major Appliance on Oak Street in Brainerd.
Pillager's finest child care center is the Learning Ladder. The Learning Ladder proudly provides safe and reliable care to future Huskies aged 6 weeks through pre-K. The Learning Ladder is looking to grow with several positions open. If you love working with kids, contact them to learn more about opportunities to be part of their great team. The Learning Ladder, loving children, creating futures. The Learning Ladder on Highway 210 just west of Pillager, 218-746-41.
Welcome back to the home half of the 3rd inning. Sebeka 0, Pillager 0, and getting things started at the top of the order is leadoff hitter Alex Brandt, who reached on a 5-pitch walk in his first at-bat. The starter for the Sebeka Trojans, Parker Kaiser, works out of the stretch 100% of the time. He's got 3 strikeouts, no hits given up so far, 40 pitches in. Here comes the first pitch for Brandt. That one misses. And Brandt gets ahead. 1 ball, no strikes. Brandt doing an excellent job on the hill. Reached safely on a walk in his first at bat. Here's the 1-0. Check swing, no swing. First baseman wanted the umpire to get asked, never did. Oh, he does say strike. Okay. Late call, 1 ball, 1 strike. The set from Kaiser, the pitch. That one misses high. 2 balls and a strike, and Alex Brandt works himself into a hitter's count. 3 strikeouts, 2 walks for Parker Kaiser. Here's the 2-1. 4-seam fastball misses outside, 3 balls and a strike. for Alex Brandt, the pitcher for the Pillager Huskies, also leadoff hitter. The set, the pitch, fouled straight back out of play. And it's now a full count. In both at-bats now, Alex Brandt has worked the count full. Saw 5 pitches in his leadoff at-bat in the first inning. And here comes pitch number 6 from Parker Kaiser. Nobody on, nobody out. The set, the pitch. That one's a grounder to the shortstop. Max Lake gathers, throws on to first, and gets him nice and easy for the first out of the inning. Max Lake bouncing back after an error in the last inning at shortstop. In steps Grant Grimsley. He's a right-handed bat, batting the 2-hole, playing the hot corner today for the Huskies. Nobody on, 1 out for Parker Kaiser. Kaiser yet to give up a hit. Here comes the first pitch for Grimsley. Watches that one go, misses just below the knees for a 1-0 count. Follows up the ball with a strike, pounds the outside corner of the zone. 1-1 count for Grimsley. Nobody on, 1 out. Kaiser looking for his 5th straight out. That one gets skied towards the third base line. Shading under it is third baseman Carter Arndt, and he squeezes it for the 2nd out of the inning. Parker Kaiser looking to get a 1-2-3 inning, and looking to abrupt that is Elliot Mdek, the catcher, batting in the 3-hole for Pillager. Parker Kaiser working out of the stretch once again here. No runners on with 2 outs. Here comes the first pitch for Mdek, the left-handed catcher. First pitch swinging, skies it towards the shortstop. Max Lake calls off the third baseman, and he catches it. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Parker Kaiser. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base as we head to the top of the 4th inning. Sebeka 0, Pillager 0.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
More big news from Wides Major Appliance in Brainerd. Wides announces a new line to offer you. Now, stop in to see the incredible line of appliances from Speed Queen. Speed Queens are tested to last 25 years, offers warranties up to 7 years parts and labor, and is the recommended brand by most service people. With Speed Queen and Crosley, plus service, parts, and used appliances, Wides is your one-stop appliance shop for major appliances without the major price. See Wides Major Appliance on Oak Street in Brainerd.
Welcome back to Pillager High School for a matchup between the Pillager Huskies and the Sebeka Trojans. Now going into his 4th inning of work is Alex Brandt. Getting ready to lead off here in the 4th inning for Sebeka in the 0-0 game is Carter Arndt, the third baseman, struck out on 4 pitches in his first at-bat. The pitcher, Alex Brandt, with 56 pitches through 3 innings. He's got 3 Ks, 2 walks, no runs given up, and just 2 hits. He's stranded 4 runners so far. And in steps Carter Arndt, the third baseman for the Sebeka Trojans. 0 for 1 on the day. First pitch, swing and miss. And the senior righty Alex Brandt gets ahead of the count. Here comes the 0-1 breaking ball, got him swinging. You call that a sword swing. Looked like he was swinging a claymore. Nice off-speed stuff from Alex Brandt. Here comes the 0-2. And it's a grounder to the shortstop, Kelgiza. Gathers, throws on over to first for the first out of the inning. Efficient work on the hill by Alex Brandt. In steps Trevin Lee, the left fielder. He struck out in his first at-bat back in the second inning. Struck him out on 4 pitches as well. 3 total strikeouts for Alex Brandt. Well, I think my count is wrong on the strikeouts. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make that 5 strikeouts. And counting. Here's the first pitch for Trevin Lee. First pitch, swing and a miss. Getting ahead of the count once again is Alex Brandt. No balls and a strike. Nobody on, 1 out. Here in the top of the 4th. So make that 5 total strikeouts for Alex Brandt. I had a miscount. Second pitch misses high and outside. Trevin Lee working the count back to 1 ball, 1 strike. Levi Olson in the on-deck circle. Here comes the 1-1. Fouled straight back and out of play. And Alex Brandt, the right-handed pitcher, gets ahead once again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Set the pitch. That one misses low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on, 1 out. The wind, the kick, the pitch. That's skied into left field, and that's going to go out of play. Just missing some patrons over there in the left field foul territory. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Brandt getting ready to throw pitch number 6 of this at-bat. Trevin Lee digs in and takes the walk. Third walk of the game given up by Alex Brandt. He'll now have to work out of the stretch with Trevin Lee standing on first. Levi Olson, right-handed bat, grounded out to the second baseman on the second pitch that he saw back in the second inning. Here comes the first pitch to him. Got it, strike. 0-1 is the count. It was a big secondary lead from Trevin Lee. Makes you wonder if he's going to try and go. The set from Brandt. Another big secondary lead and hit square in the back was Levi Olson. He's going to head to first on the hit by pitch. The Sebeka dugout got fired up for that one, taking one for the team. In steps Hudson Nelson. Grounded out on a comeback chopper right back to Alex Brandt back in the second inning. 2 runners on, 1 out, 0-0 ball game here in the top of the 4th. Starter Alex Brandt still working. Here's the first pitch to Hudson Nelson. The heat misses just barely outside. 1 ball, no strike. A glance to second, the kick from Brandt, and the pitch got him swinging. Even the count back up to 1 ball, 1 strike. Toeing the rubber, Alex Brandt. The set, the pitch. Grounder right back to Brandt. Snags it, goes to second. The throw to first for the double play, just a tad late and over the first baseman's head. Now coming home and scoring on the error is Trevin Lee. That will not be earned. And Sebeka officially on the board as Hudson Nelson reaches on the fielder's choice. Hudson Nelson now stands on first with 2 outs, and in steps Kyson Campbell. Line drive single to right field in his first at-bat. A long stare down the catcher, and here comes a set from Brandt. The pitch, that one misses low. 1 ball, no strikes. Your scoreboard sponsor today, Shingle Decker, Concrete and Construction, and the scoreboard reads 0-0 here in the top of the 4th. Or 1-0, my apologies. Sebeka just scoring the first run. Skied up to left field, settling under it, Prokacek, and he squeezes it for the 3rd out of the inning. The Sebeka Trojans bring home 1 run on no hits, 1 error on the field, and 1 runner left on base. We head to the bottom of the 4th with Sebeka leading Pillager 1-0.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
More big news from Wides Major Appliance in Brainerd. Wides announces a new line to offer you. Now, stop in to see the incredible line of appliances from Speed Queen. Speed Queens are tested to last 25 years, offers warranties up to 7 years parts and labor, and is the recommended brand by most service people. With Speed Queen and Crosley, plus service, parts, and used appliances, Wides is your one-stop appliance shop for major appliances without the major price. See Wides Major Appliance on Oak Street in Brainerd.
Welcome back to the bottom of the 4th. Sebeka leading 1-0 over Pillager on the Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction scoreboard. And in steps Brooks Prokacek. Reached on a walk in the 1st inning. This is his 2nd at-bat. First pitch misses, 1-0.
Come on, boy.
Swing and fouled back. 2 balls, 1 strike for Brooks Prokacek. On the hill still is Parker Kaiser. He's got 3 total Pizza Ranch strikeouts. Here comes a 2-1 for Prokacek, the righty. Watches that one go, and it's a 2-2 count. Alex Brandt of Pillager had a really good outing on the mound with 6 total Pizza Ranch strikeouts, and the only run was not earned. Scored in the top of this inning. And getting him looking is Parker Kaiser low and outside paint for the Pizza Ranch strikeout. 4 total Ks for Parker Kaiser. And in steps Jack Featherson. Got struck out looking in his first at-bat. Parker Kaiser looking real good on the mound for Sebeka. The set from Kaiser. The kick. Fastball misses outside. 1-0 count. Only 2 walks given up by Parker Kaiser, both coming in the first inning. He's really settled into a groove on the hill. Here comes the 1-0. And that's a line drive, or a chopper rather, to the second baseman. Gloving it, Hudson Nelson heads on over to the first for the 2nd out of the inning. 8 straight batters retired for Parker Kaiser. He's rolling on the rubber. In steps Lucas Hoagland. Reached on an error back in the 2nd inning. That was the last batter to not get out. Here comes the first pitch to Hoagland. Watches that one go by, misses high. 1-0 is the count. Sebeka on top, 1-0 here in the home half of the 4th against the Pillager Huskies on the Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction Scoreboard. The set, the pitch. Backing out of the zone, but it hits the strike zone. Hoagland kind of bailed out on that pitch. Breaking ball got him. 1-1 is the count. The set from Kaiser, who likes to work out of the stretch. Keeps a good pace because of it. The pitch, that one gets skied straight up. Catcher trying to work underneath it. That's going to stay in play and grabbing it. What a play by the catcher, Henry Erickson, to secure the 9th straight out for Parker Kaiser. And that is going to do it in the home half of the 4th inning. The Pillager Huskies score no runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on as we head to the top of the 5th with Sebeka leading Pillager 1-0 on the Shingle-Decker Concrete and Construction scoreboard.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
More big news from Wides Major Appliance in Brainerd. Wides announces a new line to offer you. Now, stop in to see the incredible line of appliances from Speed Queen. Speed Queens are tested to last 25 years, offers warranties up to 7 years parts and labor, and is the recommended brand by most service people. With Speed Queen and Crosley, plus service, parts, and used appliances, Wides is your one-stop appliance shop for major appliances without the major price. See Wides Major Appliance on Oak Street in Brainerd.
Pillager.
Welcome back to the top of the 5th inning. Sebeka Trojans leading the Pillager Huskies 1-0 on the Shingle-Decker Concrete and Construction scoreboard. When you have a project calling for concrete, contact the pros at Shingle-Decker Concrete and Construction, offering high-quality professional masonry and concrete services. Shingle-Decker Concrete and Construction, 218-639-2374. Fully licensed and free estimates. Leading things off in the top of the 5th for the visiting Sebeka Trojans, Max Lake flew out to right field in his first at-bat, got caught looking as well. And he's 0 for 2 on the day as he digs in here in the top of the 5th. Still on the mound is Alex Brandt. First pitch for Brandt misses low. The wind, the pitch, and it's a grounder right between the third baseman and the shortstop, and it's going to be a leadoff single to left field by Max Lake, his first hit of the ball game, and he now gets to 1-3 on the day. Just the third hit given up by Alex Brandt. In steps the right-handed bat, Parker Kaiser. Reached on a walk in the first inning, got caught looking in the third inning. Alex Brandt struck out the side in the third inning, racking up 3 Pizza Ranch strikeouts. Taking his lead is Max Lake at first. The set, the pitch for Kaiser. First pitch swinging, skies it up out of play in the first base line. No balls and a strike for Kaiser. Sebeka leading Pillager 1-0 on the Shingle-Decker Concrete and Construction scoreboard. Kaiser digs in, taking a glance over to first is Alex Brandt. The pitch, that one misses way high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Max Lake takes his lead at first. Not a very big one, but he's going to go. And it's a chopper right back to the pitcher and the hit and run. And now throwing it on over to first is Alex Brandt for the first out of the inning. But Parker Kaiser does move the runner on over to second. Runner now on 2 with 1 down. In steps Henry Erickson. 1 for 1 on the day. Line drive single to left field in the first inning. Got on base with a walk. Looking at 5 total pitches in the third inning. Runner on second, 1 down for Henry Erickson, the catcher for Sebeka. Played fall ball with the pitcher, Alex Brandt. They know each other well. A chopper down the third baseline, foul. And the pitcher, Alex Brandt, gets ahead here in the top of the 5th. No balls and a strike. Runner on 2 with 1 down. Connor Amon, the first baseman, slugger on the on-deck circle. Here comes the pitch. It's a chopper towards the third baseman, and it goes past him. That's going to be an error, and it will not be an earned run, but scoring is Max Lake. Scoring that in E5 as Henry Erickson reaches base on him. Runner on first now with 1 down, and in steps the slugger, Connor Amon. Sebeka now jumping to a 2-0 lead on the Shingle-Decker Concrete and Construction scoreboard.
Come on! Come on!
The first pitch to Amon, watches it go by over his head. 1 ball, no strikes. Next pitch gets fouled out to the third baseline. Wynn's going to take it out of play. And it's a 1-1 count against Connor Amon. Pine River Backus playing Crosby Ironton. Scores 8-1 after 4. Here comes the set and the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes against Connor Amon. Good changing of speeds by Alex Brandt. Runner standing on first, and it's Henry Erickson. Just 1 out in the inning. The set, the pitch, misses high and in. Back and Amon off the plate. A little sweet chin music. Both runs scored by Sebeka, unearned. Max Lake doing Alex Brandt, rather, doing a tremendous job on the hill. Connor Amon digs in for the 2-2. Swing and a miss, the off speed. Got him for the Pizza Ranch strikeout. That's 6 Pizza Ranch strikeouts and counting for the senior pitcher Alex Brandt, who will be playing college ball next year. In steps Carter Arndt. Arndt 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and a ground out. 2 down, runner on first, and it's Henry Erickson. Here's the first pitch, misses high to Carter Arndt. 1 ball, no strikes. Toe in the rubber is Alex Brandt. The set, the pitch, off speed, got him swinging on the breaking ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 down with a runner on second. The set, the pitch, it's another breaking ball. That one gets fouled back. Hung just a tad. Carter Arndt took a look down to third, and coaches gave him 2 claps, and let's go. Grip and rip. 1 ball, 2 strikes for the third baseman of Sebeka. Here's the pitch. That ball had some fall off to it as well, and staying alive with the foul, Carter Arndt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The set from Alex Brandt. Got him checking. And they do not check down to the other umpire. It is a ball. Carter Arndt stays alive with the check swing. It's going to be a 2-2 count with the runner on second. 2 down here in the top of the 5th. 2-0 your score on the Shingle-Decker Concrete and Construction scoreboard. Breaking ball misses low and outside. Nice job by Elliot Imdex stabbing at it, preventing the wild pitch. It's now a full count for Carter Arndt. 0 for 2 on the day. Here's the pitch, swings, and he stays alive. 3 fouls. Pitch number 8 of the at-bat coming up. Alex Brandt continuing to work. Runner on second here with 2 down. Here comes the full count. And that one is skied up, and it's another foul. That one out of play. 4 foul balls. Working his way back to the rubber, Alex Brandt takes a deep breath. Working against the righty Carter Arndt. Runner on second, 2 down. Here's the full count. And that's a line drive swung on to center field. And it's a double. Sliding in safely to second on the RBI double is Carter Arndt. And Sebeka jumps ahead 3-0 on the Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction scoreboard. First RBI of the game for Sebeka. First earned run against Alex Brandt. Now steps Trevin Lee, 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout and a walk. First pitch, pounding the strike zone, is Alex Brandt to get ahead. No balls, 1 strike. Runner on second, 2 down. Next pitch misses high and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike against Trevin Lee, the left fielder for the Sebeka Trojans. Sebeka 11 wins, 1 loss on the year, 5-0 on the road. Trying to make that 6-0 here. Now with a 3-run lead. Swinging at the low stuff was Trevin Lee. Got caught chasing. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Alex Brandt looking for that 7th Pizza Ranch strikeout. Here comes the 1-2. And he gets it. Got him swinging for the 3rd out of the inning. It is a drop third strike. And they handle it, sending it right on over to first with absolutely no issues. Sebeka brings home 2 runs on 2 hits. 1 left on base with 1 error. As we head to the bottom of the 5th, Sebeka leads Pillager on the Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction scoreboard by a score of 3-0.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
More big news from Wides Major Appliance in Brainerd. Wides announces a new line to offer you. Now, stop in to see the incredible line of appliances from Speed Queen. Speed Queens are tested to last 25 years, offers warranties up to 7 years parts and labor, and is the recommended brand by most service people. With Speed Queen and Crosley, plus service, parts, and used appliances, Wides is your one-stop appliance shop for major appliances without the major price. See Wides Major Appliance on Oak Street in Brainerd.
Welcome back to YourLiveEvent.com. Frank the Tank Parkinson with you in the bottom of the 5th, and the Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction scoreboard reads Sebeka 3, Pillager 0. And leading things off here in the home half of the 5th for the Pillager Huskies is Nolan Boyning. 0 for 1 on the day, got caught looking on a 3-pitch strikeout. 9 straight batters retired by the pitcher, Parker Kaiser. The 10th batter reached on an error. Really easily could be 10 straight outs. First pitch strike for Kaiser. Kaiser just working quickly and efficiently. The set from Kaiser. Here comes the 0-1. Breaking ball misses. Not sure where, but it did miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cindy Lauper in the background from the softball field, blaring. 1-1 is the count for the lefty, Nolan Boyning. Watches that one go high and outside. Good eye by Boyning to work the count back to his favor. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 fouled out of play. Now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Parker Kaiser working against Nolan Boyning. Just the second at-bat of the game for Boyning here in the 5th. Kaiser's been working quick, slicing through the Pillager lineup. Here comes the 2-2 count for Boyning. The set from Parker. The kick. Here it comes. Breaking ball didn't break. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Boyning working a full count. Boyning, a lefty bat, holds the bat way up high above his head. Here comes a full count. And it nearly buckled him, but he checked the swing and he reaches safely on the walk. And it's a leadoff walk for the Pillager Huskies here in the home half of the 5th inning. Third walk issued against Parker Kaiser. His first 2 walks came back in the 1st inning. In steps Colston Kremers. Grounded out back in the 2nd inning. Pillager still searching for their first hit of the game. Kremers, a right-handed bat, playing second base for Pillager. Here's the first pitch for Kremers. Fouls it straight back. 0-1 count. Runner on first. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th. Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction scoreboard. Sebeka 3, Pillager 0. Kremers digs in for the 1-0 and a pickoff attempt to first base. Getting back safely is Nolan Boyning. Kaiser right back to the rubber. Here comes the 0-1 for Kremers. Barreled, skied up, right to the shortstop, and settling under nice and easy is Max Lake for the first out of the inning. In steps Cal Giza, got struck out looking back in the 2nd inning on a 3-pitch Pizza Ranch strikeout. Standing on first, Nolan Boyning, 1 down for the Huskies. They trail 3-0 on their Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction scoreboard. Parker Kaiser sets, kicks, throws, and that one misses low. Giza 1 ball, no strikes. In the on-deck circle, Alex Brandt, 0-for-1 of the day with a walk. Here comes the 1-0 to Giza. That one misses low and outside. Good eye